डिसोल्यूशन अंडर इंसॉल्वेंसी सिचुएशन। डिसोल्यूशन जैसे हम लोगों ने देखा है दो तीन तरीके के हो सकते हैं। फर्स्ट इज अ डिसोल्यूशन when no one is insolvent, I mean partners are just dissolving the firm because they don't want to continue as that. Now the second case is dissolution when one or more partner are insolvent. अब डिसोल्यूशन के बाकी की चीजें इससे बदलेगी नहीं क्योंकि एक या एक से ज्यादा पार्टनर इंसॉल्वेंट है, लेकिन पार्टनर्स के आपस के एडजस्टमेंट बदल जाएगी. Realization will be same. Assets will be transferred to realization. They will be realized. Liabilities will be transferred to realization. They will be paid. Everything else will be same. But because one partner is insolvent, his insolvency loss will be shared by other partners. Okay, that is resolution under insolvency situation. But in that also, the first case is when only one or more than one partner is insolvent. And the next situation is dissolution when all partners are insolvent. That is compulsory dissolution. हम लोग तीनों कंडीशन सीखते हैं. वहां पे जहाँ पे कोई इंसॉल्वेंट नहीं है वो डिसोल्यूशन भी हम लोगों ने कर लिया. अभी वो सिंपल था, सिंपल डिसोल्यूशन हम लोगों ने कर लिया. Then next is dissolution in case of insolvency of one or more partners, and last is dissolution when all partners are insolvent. So now we will talk about dissolution when one or more than one partner is insolvent. Insolvency in legal terminology, the situation where liabilities exceeds the assets. In practice, however, insolvency is the situation where an individual or a firm cannot raise enough cash to meet its obligation. That is when the liabilities are more than assets, or to pay debts as they become due for payment. At the time of dissolution, if partner's capital shows a debit balance, after making adjustment, he is to bring cash in order to settle his account. If he is unable to clear his debit balance, either wholly or in part, the irrecoverable portion of the said partner must be borne by the solvent partners. तो अगर सारे के सारे पार्टनर इंसॉल्वेंट नहीं है, एक या दो ही पार्टनर इंसॉल्वेंट है, मतलब सारे इंसॉल्वेंट नहीं है, एक तो सॉल्वेंट पार्टनर बच जाता है, एटलीस्ट वन. तो जो पार्टनर इंसॉल्वेंट हो रहे हैं, इंसॉल्वेंट मतलब क्या, उनका कैपिटल अकाउंट का बैलेंस डेबिट होना चाहिए. अब कैपिटल अकाउंट का बैलेंस डेबिट कब होना चाहिए? शुरुआत में ही नहीं, आफ्टर मेकिंग ऑल द एडजस्टमेंट. इन द प्रीवियस सम वी हैव ऑलरेडी सीन कि इवन दो मून, स्टार, मून और सन का जो सम था, मून का कैपिटल डेबिट था, बट व्हेन वी हैड डन ऑल द एडजस्टमेंट इट बिकेम क्रेडिट एंड ही वाज सॉल्वेंट. तो जब डिसोल्यूशन के सारे after giving all profit loss and all adjustment, if still the partner's capital is debit, is having debit balance, so he should bring the cash in the business. If he is able to bring, no problem, he is not insolvent. But if he is unable to bring any part in the business, then he is insolvent, and that loss, suppose अभी उसका डेबिट बैलेंस आया 10,000, वो 10 के 10,000 अगर लेके आ सकता है वो इंसॉल्वेंट नहीं है. अगर वो लेके नहीं आ सकता है, 10 के 10 नहीं लेके आ सकता है, तो पूरे 10,000 लॉस हो गया. अगर वो 10 में से 6 लेके आया, 4 नहीं लेके आएगा, तो भी वो 4,000 लॉस हो गया, वो इंसॉल्वेंट ही है. तो ये जो लॉस है, ये रिमेनिंग जो सॉल्वेंट पार्टनर है वो शेयर करेंगे. ओके, एंड हाउ विल दे शेयर? नाउ दैट इज अ इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग. So some important concepts. Solvent partner, a partner whose asset is more than his liability. A person is said to be solvent when he is able to pay off his liability out of his assets. A solvent partner means a partner who is able to meet his financial obligation. या फिर वो पार्टनर जिसका बैलेंस, कैपिटल बैलेंस आफ्टर ऑल एडजस्टमेंट क्रेडिट है, वो सॉल्वेंट पार्टनर है. इंसॉल्वेंट पार्टनर अभी डिस्कस किया हम लोगों ने, जिसका सारे एडजस्टमेंट होने के बाद भी कैपिटल बैलेंस डेबिट है. हमारे लिए तो सॉल्वेंट इंसॉल्वेंट यही है. अदरवाइज सॉल्वेंसी मींस व्हेन एसेट्स आर मोर देन लायबिलिटीज. इंसॉल्वेंसी मींस liabilities are more than assets. If assets are more than liabilities and if you have to pay something, You can sell asset, raise cash, pay the debt, so you are solvent. But if you can't, then you are insolvent. Getting this? Capital deficiency. It means that one or more partner has a debit balance in capital account at the point of final cash distribution. As per Partnership Act, the liability of partners in a firm is unlimited as well as joint and several. So when a partner becomes insolvent, his private property is acquired and sold out. If he is unable to pay his dues from his dues to firm, his deficiency is borne by solvent partners in their profit sharing ratio. मतलब अगर A, B, C, D इसमें D इंसॉल्वेंट हो गया है तो उससे जितने भी पैसे आए नहीं हैं वो सारे A, B और C उनके प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो में शेयर कर लेंगे. ओके अब ये शेयर करना है तो ये आप कैपिटल अकाउंट के थ्रू ही करेंगे. सो द अकाउंटिंग ट्रीटमेंट is transferring the balance on insolvent partners current account to capital account. So it is insolvent partners current to capital. Transfer the deficiency of insolvent to solvent partners in profit sharing ratio. Solvent partner to insolvent partner capital. Transfer the balance of solvent partner current to their capital account. वैसे भी dissolution में current account को capital में transfer कर देते हैं. अगर इतना होने के बाद भी if there is an debit balance in a capital account of any partner, then he is insolvent. Then his deficiency is transferred to the solvent partner by the entry solvent partner's capital account to insolvent partner's capital account. And then the cash is distributed to the solvent partners as per whatever is their balance. अगर आप फ्लक्चुएटिंग कैपिटल मेथड यूज कर रहे हो, मतलब आपके पास करंट अकाउंट है ही नहीं, तो आपका सिंपल एक ही है कि आप सॉल्वेंट पार्टनर कैपिटल टू इंसॉल्वेंट पार्टनर कैपिटल डेफिशिएंसी इज ट्रांसफर. ओके डेफिशिएंसी ट्रांसफर होने की एक ही एंट्री है. solvent partner capital or current account debit to insolvent partner capital or current. Getting this? Sure. Only thing is that हम लोग सिंपल डिसोल्यूशन में उनको कैश पे कर देते थे या वो लोग कैश लेके आते थे. तो वो क्योंकि कैश लेके आते थे या हम उनको पे करते थे, देयर वाज नो क्वेश्चन ऑफ इंसॉल्वेंसी. बट नाउ because one partner cannot bring the cash, so he becomes insolvent. तो उसका जो लॉस है वो सॉल्वेंट पार्टनर्स प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो में शेयर करेंगे. पहले एक केस फॉलो की जाती थी, गार्नियर वर्सेस मुरे या गार्नर वर्सेस मुरे केस बोलते थे उसको. अगर वो केस फॉलो कर रहे हैं तो वो देते थे सम में कि गार्नर वर्सेस मुरे इज फॉलोड. तो उस टाइम में डेफिशिएंसी इज शेयर्ड इन capital ratio. Otherwise, it is shared in profit sharing. But in your syllabus, they have completely taken off that Gardner versus Murray. तो आपको वो condition है ही नहीं, तो आपको deficiency सिर्फ profit sharing ratio में share करनी है. Are we getting this? Now we will solve a sum when one partner become insolvent. One can become insolvent, two can become insolvent. Till at least one is solvent, we can apply the same method. The moment all partners become insolvent, the method is different. Okay. All other things regarding this solvent partners is same. You will open realization account, you will open partners capital account, you will open bank account, you will transfer all assets, you will transfer all liabilities to realization, sell out the assets, pay the liabilities, find out realization profit and loss, give it to partners. At last, this insolvency will come. Okay, so please draw the accounts. So Vidya, Sharmila and Megha are partners sharing profit losses in the ratio 5:3:2. Their balance sheet is given. They decided to dissolve the firm on the above date as under. Sundry assets realized 80%, unrecorded outstanding expenses paid off, realization expenses, sundry creditors and bills payable paid off. Megha become insolvent and 2,000 were recovered from her private estate. So only Megha is becoming insolvent. But all other things will remain same. Likewise, all the assets will be transferred to realization, all liabilities will be transferred, assets realized, liability paid off, everything will be done the same way. तो हम लोग पहले तो कैपिटल अकाउंट ओपन किया है, बैलेंसेस लिख देंगे उनके, विद्या 50, शर्मिला 40, मेघा 30. I'll write down all the balances. By balance brought down. $50,000, 40,000 and 30,000. It is Vidya, Sharmila and Megha. Now they also have current account, Vidya, Sharmila and Megha. Vidya has current account 6,000, Sharmila current account 6,000. Now their current account will get transferred to their capital account. So this way I need not draw a current account. Exam में भी अगर current dissolution का sum है और अगर current account है, तो instead of drawing current account and then transferring, you can simply transfer so that your time is also saved. क्योंकि dissolution ही तो है, आप current account लेके करेंगे भी क्या? So it will be by current account 6,000, 6,000, and Megha's current account is having a debit balance. So it will come on debit side of capital account to current account 26,000. Now what else? Are there any accumulated profit losses? No. Assets, bank 16,000. I'll open the bank account because we need bank account always. So the balance is to balance brought down is 16,000. Now we'll start. All the assets will be transferred to realization. So sundry assets 1,28,000. I'll transfer them to realization. It's obviously realization to sundry assets. 1,28,000. Liabilities, sundry creditors and bills payable. So it will be by sundry creditors and by bills payable account. It is amount is 28,000 and 10,000. 28,000 and 10,000. Now the assets are getting realized. Sundry asset realized at 80% of book value. So here it will be by bank 80% of book value, मतलब 1,28,000 का 80%. One lakh 28,000 sir, 80% is 1,02,400. To realization. अब देखो सारे अकाउंट क्लोज हो गए हैं, एंट्री बस बैंक कैपिटल और रियलाइजेशन नहीं होगा, तो इधर लिख देना चाहिए एसेट्स रियलाइज्ड. So that is 1,02,400. Or even here you can write assets realized. Then next is unrecorded outstanding expenses paid off. 8,000 are paid off along with realization. So realization 2, bank unrecorded expenses 6,000 and realization expenses are, sorry, unrecorded are 8,000 and realization are 6,000. This is 8,000 realization expense 6,000, so 14,000 is paid. You will write in also in the bank account by realization 14,000. अब हम लोग अनरिकॉर्डेड एक्सपेंसेस का अलग सा अकाउंट नहीं खोलेंगे, पहले वो अनरिकॉर्डेड है, रियलाइजेशन से ही पे हो जाएगा. Now other liabilities are to be paid. Sundry creditors and bills are paid 34,000. So it will be again to bank, or you could have returned here also. Account 34,000. That is sundry creditors and bills payable. Okay, are paid. This will also be recorded in the bank account. By realization 34,000. Okay, now Megha become insolvent and 2,000 were recorded from our private estate. Now this insolvency is only a matter when we will give all the profits and losses, everything to the partner, close the realization account, only then we can find out this. So let us find out realization profit loss. On this side, $1,28,000 plus 14,000 plus 34,000. Debit side is 1,76,000 and credit side is it is 28,000 plus 10,000 is 38,000 plus 1,02,400 is 1,40,400. So we have a debit balance, there is a loss, minus 1,76,000. $35,600 is your net loss. It will be given to partners in their old ratio by partners capital. So the partners capital are Vidya, Vidya आणि कोण? Sharmila and Megha. Their profit loss ratio is 5:3:2. So 35,600 is 7,120 will go to Megha. 10,680 will go to Sharmila. And 17,800 will go to Vidya. These are the losses. We'll transfer it to their account. So it will be to realization account loss 17,800, 10,680, 7,120. Now we'll first try to balance their accounts. This is 56,000, 46,000, and this we are not sure because Mega is already insolvent. That's what they have said. So debit side is 26,000 plus 7,120 is 33,120. Now we'll only find out the balances here. Here, $46,000 46,000 minus 10,680. So the balance is somewhere approximately 35,320. And we have a credit balance. तो ये solvent है शर्मिला, क्योंकि credit balance है शर्मिला का. विद्या का क्या है? Credit balance है. ये 56,000 है इधर, 17,800. So 56,000 minus 17,800. Vidya is also solvent, but Megha is insolvent. Kantanya Adi Sangitle, she is insolvent. Okay, and they said that she could only bring 2,000 rupees. So I will say by bank 2,000. तो और कितना बैलेंस बच जाता है अब मेघा के अकाउंट में? 33,120, 30,000 निकाला, 3,120, 2,000 आ गया, तो कितना बच जाता है? 1,120. 1,120 is the balance remaining in Megha's account. See, Megha's account debit side is 33,120. Then they have said Megha has become insolvent, and it is evident here that she should bring the cash, but she could only bring 2,000. So 1,120 is still not got, and that's all that she could get. So 2,000 to aa gaye chalo to Megha's capital. 2,000 तो आ गए, लेकिन ये 1,120 जो है वो आया ही नहीं है. अब इसका क्या करेंगे? Now this 1,120 will be shared by the partners, the solvent partners, in their profit sharing ratio. अगर उन्होंने पार्टनर्स के करंट अकाउंट बनाने को बोले हैं, तो जैसे ये सब में they have already asked you to make partners current account, then you will make current account. If not, then you need not make current account, directly transfer and do it. Okay, but here in this sum, it is a very small thing about making partners current account or not making current account. The important thing is how are we going to share the insolvency loss. Now the insolvency loss, अभी इसमें उन्होंने बनाने को बोला है तो हम लोगों ने भी बनाना चाहिए था. अगर नहीं बोला है तो even if you don't make, no issues. अब इंसॉल्वेंसी लॉस तो आ रहा है 1,120, ये शेयर होगा दोनों पार्टनर में सॉल्वेंट पार्टनर कौन है, विद्या और शर्मिला, उनमें 5:3 में ये शेयर होगा। तो इट विल बी बाय विद्या's कैपिटल अकाउंट by Sharmila's capital account, and I'll write down in bracket here, insolvency loss shared by solvent partners in profit sharing ratio. Five as to 3. And here I'll write to Megha's capital account 700, 400. Now the balance will be different here. And the balance will be 46,000 minus 10,680 minus 420. That is 34,900. ये 420 है. And here it will be 56,000 minus 17,800 minus 700. So that is 37,500. Now this much cash we should give to the partners. So this will be two bank account. So bank account में जाएगा by Vidya's capital account 37,500, by Sharmila's capital account Sharmila's capital account 34,900. Okay, and now we'll see if our bank account is getting tallied. So the debit side is 16,000 plus 1,02,400. It is 1,18,400 plus 2,000, 1,20,400, and here is 14,000 plus 34,000 plus 37,500 plus 34,900. So bank account is getting tallied at 1,20,400, and thus our sum is right. The important thing that you should know in this sum is कि अगर कोई एक पार्टनर इंसॉल्वेंट हो जाता है, उसका इंसॉल्वेंसी लॉस सॉल्वेंट पार्टनर शेयर करेंगे प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो। करंट अकाउंट अगर है और उन्होंने अगर सम में करंट अकाउंट पूछा है तो आप करंट और कैपिटल दोनों बनाओगे। अगर नहीं पूछा है तो आपने डायरेक्टली अगर करंट अकाउंट ट्रांसफर कर दिया तो भी चलेगा। Now what is advisable as per 12th class, 12th paper, board exam paper? As per board exam papers, it is advisable that you make current account, transfer realization profit to current account, and then transfer current account to capital. In this sum, we wanted to learn more about this insolvency. So I directly made capital account and transfer the current account here. But actually we are not supposed to do this. ये जो रियलाइजेशन का है, ये करंट में होके उधर का बैलेंस इधर आएगा और फिर हम लोग कैपिटल अकाउंट करेंगे।